Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And the client walked by. I went to see
Oh, we need better Epic representation.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Doug Pinter on Daily Energy, and we have our friends from Epic in-house, Doris and Jen. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I really hope I don't get a case of the giggles. I have a full pot of coffee in me already, and man, our conversations never lack any giggles and laughs. So, how are you, ladies, this morning?
Good.
It's Friday. We missed the storm. Doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's amazing. Last night, Doris, I ran into you over at the Peoria Chiefs game for Rocco's big night over there. It was we were just talking before we came on air that the skies cleared up, ball game was able to be played, and it was a heck of a ball game. The Peoria Chiefs did pull out a victory last night. We'll circle back to that a little bit later. Hey, last time you were in, I noticed some of our greenery here on the table has changed.
Might have disappeared a little bit. Yeah.
I don't even want to know
No,
where it went.
don't ask questions.
Only important thing is we do have some greenery here, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some hanging baskets that might be an option. The subscription gardening that is offered over at Epic as well, off Industrial Way. So, ladies, let's just dive right into this. So, tell us a little bit about the plant here that you brought in on the table and how people can purchase those.
Sure. We have a greenhouse at Epic located in the back of our building where our individuals have been working about the last 2.5 months getting planters like this and flowers ready for Mother's Day or just the spring season. So our individuals in our Epicasso make the planters. We do have a kiln and they make those, and then our individuals plant those in the back in the greenhouse.
That's awesome. Mark, gosh dang it, Mark, I'm sorry. This morning I wanted to bring in my coffee cups that Mark brought
yes.
over
I
to me.
heard they're pretty awesome.
Not pretty awesome, they're legit awesome. Mark, thank you very much. It's awesome, the Epicasso program, how Mark and others are making the pottery and whatnot, all right in-house.
Yep, absolutely.
So tell us a little bit more. This planter here is roughly how much?
Roughly $5 for that planter, and we range from $5 up to $70. So it really depends on what you want. We can do the big planters that sit either on your patio or at the end of your driveway, or we do smaller ones that are hanging baskets or just ones that are tabletop like this. So it really depends on what you like and what your interests are.
Well, my interest is trying to keep a plant alive. I do not have a green thumb, so do you have any like desert-like material?
This is going to be your option.
That can
Really?
go weeks without being watered, and you will keep it alive.
That sounds like a perfect item for Anytime Fitness up there.
Absolutely.
So can I order 5 of those?
Absolutely.
Sweet, it's that easy, everybody. Just Epic in-house this morning, talking a little bit about the plants and some of the services. So people that are tuning in for the first time, let's back it up just a little bit and explain a little bit about the work program over at Epic and what Epic does for our community here in Peoria.
Sure. So Epic provides services to individuals with disabilities, and our biggest task is to teach them job training so they can go out in the community and have jobs just like you and I do. And so one program we have is our garden program, which we call the Harvest. So we have them work in the greenhouse where we're teaching them how to take care of plants from starting with the seed to growing it until it walks out the door when someone purchases it. The other thing that we do is we start vegetable seeds in the greenhouse, and then we have an 1.5 acre garden where they go out and plant it in the garden. So those individuals will go through a 12-week program. When they graduate, they could go work at a local nursery, floral department, anywhere where they can work with plants or vegetables.
So any business owners out there right now in the floral landscaping business, if you want to hire some of these individuals, it's super easy. Katie, that was on the show a couple times back, she simply stopped by Anytime Fitness, had a couple easy questions for me on what I was looking for in characteristical traits, and she's already found a person or two for me to visit with here in about a month to see about bringing on board. So if you're out there and you're involved in landscaping or your nursery, or you know somebody that may benefit from bringing in professional gardener,
Absolutely.
reach out to Epic and talk to them about their employment program as well. What are the age ranges of the individuals that are doing some of the gardening over at Epic?
So our youngest is 18, and our oldest is Rick, who I believe is 74.
Yeah.
But you would not think he was 74. He's just as active as the 18-year-old. So we have a lot of kids that transition from high schools. So the local high schools come to us. We provide some job training, help them get jobs in the community. So we kind of bridge that transition gap from when they're ready to graduate to move into the adult world.
That's awesome.
We actually have a student who now works at Greg Florist who had gone through that program. She came to us from Dunlap High School, went through our high school transition program within the Harvest, and now has a 3-day-a-week job at the Floral Center. So
Doing
pretty
what
awesome.
she
Doing what she
loves.
loves. And it's funny, when I interviewed her the first time for our letter, her dad did most of the talking. She was very shy. She just, didn't really want to answer the questions. And then we went and visited her at Greg Florist, and she couldn't stop talking. I mean, she lit up. She was in her element, showing us all of the different parts of her job that she does, from cutting the stems to picking out some of the flowers. And she's now graduated to creating some of their arrangements. And it's just amazing to see her in that element and see her light up and just see her do something that she loves.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets the opportunity to do a job that they love. I mean, we do, of course,
Online.
absolutely. So to be able to help someone else find that passion is really pretty special.
That's cool, and to actually watch them grow.
Yeah. No pun intended.
No pun intended. Total. That was my A game.
That was
today.
bad. That was bad.
It was terrible. Well, nothing's changed on my joke game. So with the gardening, what do you find? Is there a small conversation amongst the group when they're out there planning? I assume they take some great pride in how their crops grow, and they tend to them throughout the summer, and see the happy faces when they come pick up these harvest baskets.
Oh, absolutely. We have a harvest manager, and his sole job is obviously to make things come out looking really nice, but to work with those individuals, and he follows a curriculum. So we just look at what it takes to be a landscaper, what it takes to be a florist, and then he does that curriculum with them. So they're able to watch it from the beginning all the way to the end, and they're the ones that sell them too. So if you go out to the greenhouse and you are out there, you're going to have all those individuals that have worked hard to grow those are the ones that are going to sell them to you as well. So you'll see how excited they are to be able to say, I made this product, it's going to your house now.
Do I need to phone ahead, or are these already pre-made? How does that work?
We have pre-made ones, so
Okay.
you can just come out to Epic and say, hey, I want to go to the greenhouse and pick out something.
Yeah.
Or you could call and say, this is where I'm going to set my plant. It's going to be in full sun, so can you make me a planter that I can keep alive in full sun, and then we will make that for you. If you call the main line, they'll connect you to Mark, who's the harvest manager, or they'll connect it to me, and we can set anybody up to go back and pick out what they want.
That's awesome. So now that the snow and the sleet is finally out of here, see you later, April. We're
absolutely.
into May. I see people out working in their yards. Hey, check out Epic in their floral department. They got these sweet, we got a surprise.
We got a surprise. So
Look at this thing.
Anytime Fitness colors. So this
Love it.
goes to you at Anytime Fitness. But
come on.
This is something that they started several months ago, and this is what it's turned into. So you could purchase this size, which is $20, or we have a larger size that's $25.
This is just 20
$20. Yep.
Last year, he had some pink ones that honestly were probably as big as your table. I mean, you couldn't even put your arms around the hanging basket. I took it to my mom for Mother's Day, and she thought I was the greatest thing ever. I mean, she was real impressed that I kept it alive that long. I didn't tell her. I literally picked it up the day before Mother's Day, but,
Drove it there.
yeah. I was like, here you go, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. But no, I mean, they do some incredible, amazing, gigantic hanging baskets. To see our greenhouse right now is really awesome because it's just rows and rows of bright, colorful, gigantic flowers. It's cool just to come see. And then, of course, you're going to leave with something because you can't not.
Tell us about the hours of the greenhouse. When can people stop by?
So typically we are open 8 to 4. However, if you
Monday through Friday?
Monday through Friday. However, if you called and said, hey, I can't get out there till Saturday at 10 o'clock, we will have someone out there Saturday at 10 o'clock so you can pick them up. We really will accommodate the public.
You just
That's
have to give us a
awesome.
heads up.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Plus, it's probably nice knowing how many baskets you need to arrange and stay organized with all of the plants that are being sold out of there. So, hey, Mother's Day, I need this. I need one of these. If you could set me up, I want a $25 one. I want to see
Okay.
how massive
All right.
this thing is.
They're massive.
They're
It's for
awesome.
my grandmother.
Okay.
So,
She'll love it.
oh, I'm telling you what, Hazel, I love you to death. She on Mother's Day, she's in her element. Everyone brings her flowers, and it brightens up her day. Yeah. She loves sitting out in front of her garage. So hey, if you have friends and family, you're looking for Mother's Day, and you want to spruce up maybe the porch or the back porch, check out Epic and the hanging baskets and the smaller planters. I don't know why I sniffed that because I have allergies, and it's killing me right now.
Here, so, let's move it. Let's get it away.
We'll see, again, this is much more...
I'll be right back. Take it away, ladies. Let's talk about the coffee you brought in for Shelby.
All right,
here we
coffee.
So Shelby, several of us at Anytime Fitness have worked with him. We really appreciate it when he tortures Eric. So Shelby, if you're listening, make sure tomorrow's workout is really hard for Eric. But to make sure my next workout is not very hard, I brought in this amazing bourbon pecan coffee by Local. We're big supporters of that.
Yeah.
He mentioned that you guys go through tons and tons of coffee in your office, keeping everyone
those guys
ready,
and ladies
rolling.
in the office.
Yeah.
They don't go through some. I mean, I'm concerned.
So here's one day's worth for them. We're giving them some nice,
Oh
wonderful
my gosh!
coffee.
Well,
So
Shelby,
our gift to Shelby and team.
Shelby sometimes doesn't even brew the coffee. He'll
He
just
just
take
eats
a
it.
spoonful and just down, and then some pre-workout. So
Well, I always see him, he's at the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I see him at 6 at night. I'm like, how many times have you napped? Because I would have been
Actually,
asleep hours
3:30.
ago.
I think he said he was going to the gym at 3:30 this morning.
yeah,
he's a powerhouse.
So Shelby's one of the coaches. He's up for Best of the Best personal trainer
Awesome.
with
We
one
find
of our
out
other
Thursday, right?
trainers, Patrick Thompson. Is it Thursday?
I think it's next Thursday.
Holy smokes, we are into May, aren't we?
Yeah, you know who else is going to be joining you at that dinner?
You guys?
Heck yeah.
Yes, we are.
Let's talk a little bit about Best of the Best and what you were voted in for.
Best nonprofit.
All right.
We've got some stiff competition, but we're just proud again to be nominated and in the top 3 for the second year in a row with amazing company. I mean, Shelby won last year, so
Shelby won it last year,
we've got some great company up in the best of the best.
You know, I love the Best of the Best. I get to see a lot of my friends over there, and we're blessed at Anytime Fitness that our members support us and they vote for us, and friends and family and other businesses. So yeah, it's really nice to have a night where a lot of successful businesses and foundations come together. It's a great way to mingle and maybe connect with a few others you're looking to in the community. So congratulations to everybody out there that got voted in for Best of the Best. And sounds like I'll see you ladies on Thursday night at
we'll be
Pier
there.
Marquette, right?
No, it's actually at the Civic Center this year.
Civic Center.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Shows you how much it's growing.
I need to check my email.
Yes. Somebody has to keep you honest.
Can we still go to the boat and gamble afterwards?
Absolutely.
Doris.
Absolutely.
This is perfect. This is perfect.
Didn't even hesitate.
So our friends from Epic, Doris and Jen, are in studio this morning. We were talking a little bit about the planners. This one here on the table that they kindly swiped our other off and replaced with this is just $5. The hanging basket that was just up here was only $20, and you offer some larger items. You can customize things for folks. So
You can bring your own too. So if
What?
you have a planter at home, like I have a really cool wooden pallet that I sit on my front step.
yeah,
I can bring that in, give it to Mark and the team and say, be creative.
really.
Plant me what you want. It's in full sun. And then they'll pick.
Yep.
You know, I don't have the greenest of thumbs, and my wife gets very frustrated with me. And we have 2 little fir trees on the sides of our door, and every dang year they die. I don't kill them, they just die.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to come in and talk to Mark and some of the people over there and have something designed for me that needs a little less TLC and keeps me on the Mrs. Good side.
Rick can help you with that. If Rick does your planter, he will tell you everything that you need to know to take care of it.
So you also offer, great.
Cue the
Don't
giggles.
get the
15
giggles
minutes
going.
in.
Not today. Focus, Doug. We got things to cover here. The harvest baskets. talk to us a little bit about what you're doing with the harvest baskets. And I know we were talking about the outdoor shopping is starting up, the market, the fresh market's starting up. Can you expand a little bit on that?
Sure. We have an 1.5 acre garden, so a lot of the vegetable starts that started in our greenhouse have already been planted in our garden. Individuals do that. It's another job training that we do for them in terms of managing a huge garden. So we sell anything from kohlrabi to onions to green beans to cabbage. I mean, anything that you get in a typical garden, we grow that. So we do a subscription gardening plan. So you can purchase weekly vegetables from July, and actually we closed out in November, so we had a long season last year. So weekly vegetables, whatever day you're going to pick them up is the day we pick them, so you get them fresh, and you could do weekly or every other week. I did weekly last year, and I've got so many vegetables, I had to divvy them out to my family because you get a basket that is pretty big. And then typically, if you've done this before, if you let Mark know, hey, I'm interested in this type of vegetable, he'll grow it for you. So we work with the chefs at Table 19 at the pier, and they'll say to Mark, this is what we need for the kitchen this year, and he grows it. So they do a lot of hot peppers, specialty tomatoes, heirloom tomatoes, all of that's in our garden.
How awesome is that? If you've yet to get out to Epic and meet some of the great staff and the people that are working out there, highly recommend it. When you leave, you'll be so happy, and you'll leave with some beautiful things to take home with you. And the thing I enjoy is I feel like when I'm buying something, that money's going right back in and it's being processed back into the program to help grow the program, to support more people. Is that accurate?
It's absolutely accurate. So when you buy something from Epicasso, for say, the individuals get the proceeds from their sale, and we take a little bit of a percentage to just replenish the art supply. So when you purchase Mark's artwork, he's getting at least 60% of the proceeds for that, so he can use that to supplement his income. When you purchase things from the garden, we're paying our individuals minimum wage to work in the garden, no different than if they were working out in the community. So you're helping, obviously, with Epic, but you're also helping pay the salaries for the individuals that have jobs.
Support those people. Mark, when he was over, I mean, these people they take great pride in the presentation, and they'll take time to talk to you about it as well. And when Mark was over, I mean, we had some photos taken, and he explained in detail what he was putting on the mugs. Again, Mark, next time I will make sure I get those mugs in here. And it is great to see that these folks can earn a paycheck and go live on their own, support themselves. Maybe not on their own, but with a family or so. And I think it's just great how the community and get in, support Epic and the people there. And this is why you got voted amongst the best of the best, in my opinion. Your Bon Appetit was awesome.
Thank you.
Let's cover that just real quickly.
Absolutely.
I'm hitting you out of left field on this
good.
one.
It's good.
Last time you were in, the dust had not settled.
Right? It was literally the day after. I mean, you're lucky that Doris and I could keep our eyes open.
I was wondering why you guys were sleeping out in the front room there.
We just came straight from the pier to here. I didn't want to be late. I was ready.
Pretty sure I saw you in that outfit last night.
You probably did. I was hoping you wouldn't call me out, but okay. I see how we are.
Yeah. So how did the Bon Appetit end up for Epic?
It was pretty amazing. Very proud to announce that we were over 30% increase in income, funds raised for our individuals from last year. So
congratulations.
This community keeps continuing to blow us away with their support. Obviously, if Best of the Best is expanding again this year, it just shows what an amazingly philanthropic community we have. And we're very proud that everyone continues to wrap their arms around us. It's just amazing. We were crunching some numbers, and accounting and I were like, is that right? Hold on, do it again. Let's calculate one
Eric's
more time.
not counting any of the money.
No, thankfully,
okay, all right,
no. We don't let him use a calculator. It's safer that way.
Probably added up, so
Right.
over 30%.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
wonderful.
absolutely incredible. And the money is amazing, don't get me wrong, but actually, I think the best thing for me is out of Bon Appetit, we were able to job place 2 people into new careers with a partner that has come because of Bon Appetit. The Pier Marquette just continues to blow us away with their support and, their support of Epic and what they do for us. But we had 2 of our individuals fill out job applications and are going through, the background check and HR and all of that stuff right now. And we'll be starting with the Pier hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
That's awesome.
So again, the financial support is amazing, but
Yeah.
the other things that companies and businesses and individuals can do for us between volunteering, between hiring our folks, buying our wares, it just, there's no end to the support you can give to Epic. And so anybody can support us in any capacity.
I'll say this last week has been awesome for me. I've been around a lot of cool people that have restored my faith in humanity. I know there's great people out here in Peoria every single day.
Absolutely.
But this last week, I crossed paths with so many, and yesterday was a day that was pretty cool. So I fully understand what you're saying. When these people are reaching out and they're so generous with their time, it's easy to write a check, right? But it's hard to take an hour or two out of someone's schedule to actually go and visit with some people, or just take time to listen. And some people just want to share their story and really support great foundations, businesses such as Epic. So how many times throughout the year does that garden get replenished, repicked, the new brought in, the old moved out?
So he started planting with his crew right around the beginning of April. We have some hoop houses that are part of the garden, so we were able to get some vegetable starts in there during the cold season, but mainly April. They've been out there daily, 7 days a week, honestly, getting all the stuff in the ground, because we don't have big machinery. I mean, they're doing everything by hand. They're raking, they're hoeing, they're doing it all by hand. We have one small tiller. So they work hard out there, and they've been doing it since April. So I stopped out there last Saturday, and they were putting the onions in the ground. But if you walked out there, I mean, you could just see rows and rows of vegetables. They've done a very nice job with that. So once some things are picked, they'll pull them out, and then they'll replant something else. And he has it all structured. He teaches those guys how long it takes to harvest certain things, so you could put together a planting schedule so we can get things from July through November.
Maximize the efficiency of that garden.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, with all the snow and sleet in April, I'm surprised anyone was outdoors planting.
Hoop houses. The key is
the way
hoop
to go.
houses.
I got you.
Yep.
So I know we just planted some stuff in our backyard, and the rabbits and deer are coming out of everywhere. I know you have some timber right behind you. Do you guys have many animals come hop in that garden? You have some...
Yes, we do.
Some unwanted friends.
Yes.
I was
So
going to say they're probably not welcome at Epic.
no, this is the first year we actually have an electric fence, because we dealt with some of those issues last year. So we put up an electric fence. And I have to do a shout out to Peoria Production Shop, because that property is theirs. It's not our property. And Dick Peplow lets us use it free of charge, because he believes in the work program and believes in what we do. So we're fortunate that we started out with just half an acre. Now we're at an acre and a half. And he said, as much as you need, you grow it. I mean, do what you need to do to benefit the individual. So he's been wonderful to us for that.
I've been in this business for ribbon cutting, and
Yep.
they have pretty cool stories coming through their
Yes,
program.
they do.
So that's neighbors helping neighbors. That's the way it should be, and that's just one more good person here in Peoria helping out Epic. So,
Absolutely.
what do you ladies have on the docket for this afternoon? You have a busy afternoon. You got to get back, get Eric in check.
Yes, we have very busy afternoons.
Yeah.
Wink.
Well, hopefully this rain is out of here. It got the garden all watered up
Yeah.
for everyone. I'm sure they're happy about that. And we got some sunshine coming in. So let's talk a little bit about these harvest baskets. I know we were talking, you mentioned weekly or bi-weekly, and I was given one of these last year by Eric. He was trying to bribe me for something. And it was awesome. I mean, it was carrots, onions, the list goes on. And my wife chopped it all up. We had an awesome dinner that night. I do remember that basket. It was in a wire basket. It was a great presentation. So what do those baskets cost?
So if you do a weekly basket for the whole season, which would start around the first week of July, and we usually say the end of October, but we did get through November, it's $500. If you want to do the every other week, it's $350. And we kind of looked at it. It's a heck of a lot cheaper than if you went to the grocery store weekly, and you're going to get more for your money going this route than if you just ran to the grocery store once a week.
And the cool thing is we don't use pesticides. We don't use, it's very natural. It's absolutely organic. It's TLC like you would never believe. And so that's another big plus, is that at the grocery store, sometimes you don't know what's been on them. So if you're into the organic, we're the way to go.
And it sounds like call ahead, let you know we're coming. Basket's ready, swing in, pick it up. You don't really have to fight the hustle and bustle of the grocery store.
So you do have to subscribe to the full season.
Yep.
So you do have to let us know that this is the basket we want to do. And then we have a couple of dates. So if you wanted to pick up on Friday or Saturday at the farmer's market downtown, you kind of figure out what works best for you and let us know. So that way every week we have your basket ready. There's no waiting. It's just ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, we just exchange baskets, so bring us your empty one, we give you a full one, so we just constantly do that exchange.
That's wonderful. If you have some more information, printed information, I'll put that up at the health club.
Awesome.
I know
We've
a
got
lot
it.
of our people are looking for those nice, clean, organic, no pesticide sprayed on them type of
And
vegetables.
it's easy. You just pick up a basket and you've got all your vegetables for the week and then some. I mean, you're not hunting through at the grocery store to figure out what looks good, what doesn't look good, what do I want to make. We've already figured it out for you.
And you know what? Honestly, I'll go in the grocery store and I'll pick it up and I squeeze it. You listen to it and it's like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I look like an idiot in here. But
Well, we'll give you a sheet, so every week you'll have a picture of that vegetable, what it is. So if you don't know how to use it, at least you know the name of it, you can Google it, and then we do a cookbook. So any vegetables that we're doing, there'll be a cookbook for that. So last year there was a 30-some page cookbook that will show you how to do some recipes with some of the vegetables.
hey, speaking of putting a book together, I know there was an auction item at Bon Appetit that all of the staff at Epic, I believe, chipped in and made. You care to talk about that real quick?
So it was pretty awesome. We had kind of a stock the bar
It was
item.
unbelievable.
I mean, it was a pretty cool
neat.
brainchild. We'll be honest. So between our two boards and staff at Epic, we everybody contributed their favorite cocktail, whatever it might be. Mine was a Kentucky Mule. I think Eric's was a pear mule because his was a little bit more fruity.
Fit some.
I wasn't gonna. That's why we're a good team. And so everybody, pulled together and created this amazing cooler. We had this big Tommy Bahama cooler that was stuffed. I mean, we had stuff on the bottom, we had stuff on the sides. People
had
were
a
bringing in
roof
their
on it,
glasses.
didn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, it was just super, super awesome. We had people were even bringing in if yours needed lemon. There were lemons in there. It just was really cool. And then our director of marketing, Ashley, made this incredible cocktail book of all of our recipes, including, so our chef this year was Chef Claudia Sandoval.
Yeah.
We had her recipe in there, and she autographed the book for our lucky winner.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
it just was really awesome.
I know she won that guitar that was auctioned off
Yep,
as well.
she sure did. She stole that from our board president. I mean, they
did.
were in a really big
Can't be
bidding
mad at her.
auction. No,
Can't be mad at her.
not at all.
She came in, did that,
she
and
was like,
donated back
boom,
to the cause. That's
done.
awesome.
Yeah, it
That's
was a
awesome.
really fun event. We had some really cool outside of the box things this year. We're already talking about next year, so save March 21st, 2019. Put that in your calendar.
Deal.
And looking at different things that we can add to the auction that include a little bit more of our harvest and art programs. So
That's cool.
Really looking to think outside the box this year. We're excited.
Let's talk a little bit about the farmers market. We got about a minute and a half left. Where is the farmers market? What are those hours? Where can they find you there?
So it's at the riverfront. Typically, people are out there 8 to noon, and we will have a table with our vegetables, some of our artwork, some of our flowers. So if you can't make it to Epic during the week, come out to the farmers market, and we'll have stuff for you.
Now, the people working at the farmers market, is that staff or is that part of are there individuals that made these baskets?
Yep, it'll be both. So we'll have a staff
Good
out there with
combination.
them, but the sellers are the individuals because they know what they made and they can sell it.
No way anyone's getting by your table without picking up something.
Absolutely.
Right.
Everyone
Absolutely.
will be greeted with a smile. I get hugs from everybody over there at Epic.
You don't
It's
meet a
just
stranger.
awesome. No, it's awesome. You guys do great work. No wonder Epic is voted best of the best, top best of the best for foundations here in Peoria. So congratulations to you. I look forward to seeing both of you on Thursday night. Where's it at again? The Civic Center?
Yeah.
Don't go to the pier. Don't go to the pier. Why do I feel like I'll end up at the pier? Dang
If
it.
we don't see you at 6, we're calling you.
Come get me. I'll be at the pier. Hey, Doris and Jen, thank you for taking time out of your schedule. It's always great visiting with you lovely ladies. They're in from Epic, voted top foundation here in Peoria. So Ladies, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tune back to the front of the show if you want to check out the planners and some hanging baskets for Mother's Day right around the corner. This is Doug Pinter on Daily Energy. Have a good day. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.